Welcome to Charlottesville, Mr. Jefferson's University. University of Virginia, where fans have been flooding the ground since early this morning. The Seminoles will kick it away first. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Virginia's offense takes the field. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need.
And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Frost. Crosses the 40. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll give it to him again. At the 45, on his way. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Cavaliers getting set on 1st and 10. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, did not get through the uprights. You've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So Florida State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than it came like this. When you've got 2 studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better bring hats to the football.
Yeah, and you think there'll be a lot of carries today? When you got running backs like this that you can feature, you're going to see them get the football a lot, early and often.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Softened them up with a run, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. It's on target and complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
To throw, it's Frost. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. The 40. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Florida State.
Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's Instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few...
Got some room headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating.
And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He's looking to throw it. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Just about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
To the air, it's Frost. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Utah State pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The Aggies were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Scanning the field, it's Frost. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Cavaliers want to move quickly.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
The Cavaliers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
It's now. Second down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. And back to the air on 2nd down. He's got it down the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Kendricks. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to find his man on first down.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Looking to throw it again. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
It's still third and goal. Running back goes in motion. Trying to push their way into the end zone on third and goal. Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. An 84-yard drive there. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Got his man quickly. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Finds the tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Dialing up a second down pass play. And wings it incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. To the air on first down. Fires to the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. how often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
And the Cavaliers will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Offense getting set for first down. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Now staring at a third and short from the 40. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
On second down, looking again to throw. He finds his man. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on first down. He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Rice is going to enjoy the trip back to Houston after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of... And you stack wins there at home, and suddenly it's quite the resume. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
The Cavaliers decide to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers were playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they forced the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot. Fourth down. And the Knowles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Washington. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Swings it out to the flat. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Frost. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
With the defensive score.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Virginia, 13.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got it in the middle, it's Rice. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Finds a man on the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Cavaliers are marching down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing.
Looking for the end zone. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
How about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Discards a man.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. Fires left. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. A shot toward the end zone, and that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Seminoles will punt this one away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of the...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up the safety.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to.
Going for it all. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. It's caught. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Finds his man down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Coming after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Frost. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
This drive will open from the 15. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Fires it down the seam. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. And they've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Kendricks. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Noles! And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone saying I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Offense set on first down. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. On second down, he'll fire. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they've put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.